Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the devious deck to get an insane Elixir advantage. Using Mirror Elixir Collector and a fast cycle of Skeletons and Electric Spirit, you can stack up Collectors while defending with Giant Skeletons, Executioners, and Tornadoes. Whenever your opponent feels like they can break through, they'll just give you a better Elixir advantage. And when the time is right, you'll unleash the spam, stacking up multiple Giant Skeletons or spamming 2 drills in the tower at the exact same time. All of your opponent's units that are countering the Goblin Drill can get tornadoed into alignment with the Executioner, and that will hit the tower for huge value. Or you can pull it into the Giant Skeleton Bomb to just watch everything blow up in smoke. Giant Skeleton, Executioner, and Goblin Drill are the best tag team possible. If your opponent isn't careful or you make an outplay with Tornado, you can just take an entire tower and make some of the most insane comebacks that anyone has ever seen. So let's go jump straight to some games with one of the most fun decks in the new meta. A huge thanks to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. So we got a game against No Skill Fur. What's up, dude? So I'm gonna Electric Spirit in the back and give you a chance of cycling something, and then we'll go in for the Goblin Drill. Definitely like going for Electric Spirit with a Goblin Drill because it chains on to whatever my opponent drops. Like if he goes in for a Skeleton Army or guards like that, if he didn't end up having a Tombstone, which is like 3 Elixir in the middle of the map that does nothing but distract an Electric Spirit, you know, we would get a lot of value from that. Also, guards are out of cycle and the Tombstone's out of cycle, so how are you expecting to defend against a Giant Skeleton? I'm going to guess that you're going to Inferno Dragon if I were to do that, so that would be a bad trade for me overall, so I'm not going to go in. Instead, I'm going to mirror up my level 16 Executioner and see what's up. I love doing this, because if he miners, we're still chilling. If he decides to go for a balloon, it doesn't matter, because we can activate King Tower here. And I think that the Executioner is going to melt his Lava Hound very fast. So we're going to wait for the 1 balloon hit, and then you go in for the Tornado. If you try to do it too soon, you can mess up the timing. But the balloon kind of just takes a nap on your tower, so it's way easier to activate King Tower after it gets the initial hit. It got to have a little bit of resting time in between. So I'm going to go Goblin Drill with an Electric Spirit. If he goes Inferno Dragon or something, it's fine. The Electric Spirit might even reset the tower so that it's not targeting the Executioner. Oh, the Executioner hit the Skeleton Dragon behind the tower. That's nutty. That's so cool. You know what? I'm going to go for a... I think this is ballsy, but I can go in for a Tornado and then just pull it off. I think it's worth. I think it's good. I'll take that trade. I don't even know if you're going to have a Lava Hound deck that I'm scared about. Do you even have Inferno Dragon in your deck? We saw Mega Minion instead. Most of the time when they have Mega Minion, they don't have Inferno Dragon. So I'm just going to hedge my bet on him not doing that. And I could stack up multiple Executioners. Oh, this is going to be fun. I haven't done this in ever. I don't think I've ever done double mirrored Executioners in my life. It's changing, guys. Clash Royale is a different game. Okay, so since I've activated King Tower, I feel pretty confident just using an Electric Spirit here, resetting the balloon, and minimizing the amount of damage that he gets. He only gets 2 hits there, and it's going to be relatively even to what he has on the other side. So if I have a Goblin Drill, double Executioners, and a Giant Skeleton coming at my opponent, I can mirror up another Goblin Drill. Yeah, I don't think he's able to stop this. We stop all of those guards and shut them down and make them frown. Oh man, I love the fact that Executioner's range feels more like a bowler or magic archer now. So it can splash onto things and just splash you a win when you pretty much don't deserve it. Like in every other situation in Clash Royale, every other month, we would not take tower there. But because of the buff of the Executioner range, we're able to make our opponent rage. So with 20 seconds remaining, no way for him to break through. I can use Goblin Drills on defense to pull the balloon, and we walk away with a win. It's actually really cool being able to double Tornado as well. Pretty hilarious to think that he would even have a thought of breaking through that. I mean, double Executioners, double Tornado, that's a recipe for disaster for you, my dude. Let's see if we can keep up the 3-win streak out here. We've been crushing it with this deck, and it's been surprisingly strong. Goblin Drill Mirror, I knew that that was going to be good, but I didn't expect it to be this good. Oh, the Electric Spirit chained on. I think the Electric Spirit would have died there because the Electric Spirit was getting targeted by the tower and it was already damaged down by his Spirit. So I was interested that he like reluctantly dropped his Zappies to go and stop the drill. And I think he overspent Elixir for sure. So I'm going to go Skeletons here. Do we want to do anything else? Nah. We're going to win on our side of the map, and then I can go in for like an Elixir Collector because we saw Zappies, Giant Skeleton, usually means that it's either going to be a clone deck from our opponent or it's going to be... Okay. That's not what I thought. It was going to be Graveyard, I thought. Graveyard or clone. Usually when I see Zappies and Giant Skeleton, that's what it is. But he's got Earthquake. That's unfortunate. You know what? Maybe it's not that bad. I've got another Elixir Collector. Let's go, baby! Oh, that's tragic. I don't know if I can stop this. So I'm going to go in for a Goblin Drill. Hopefully the Royal Giant targets that. If it doesn't, I can use an Electric Spirit and reset it. He's got a Mother Witch too. This has to be the worst matchup imaginable for us. So we went on a win streak, and now we get the worst matchup we could ever play against. Let me know if you guys have ever had this happen to you guys. We're like, yeah, we're chilling, we're winning, we're having a great time. And then Clash Royale's like, how about you have a little bit more of a challenge. I'm like, nah, I just prefer going and staying in my lane, not going and getting on the highway and getting forced to go 100 miles an hour to somehow find a way through. All right, if I go in for a tornado, it's not necessarily going to work that well. It's not like I can guarantee that I'm going to lock onto the tower. If it was closer, I could pull it back and then have the giant skeleton lock onto the tower, but that's not going to happen here. If we go for skeletons, we can keep the giant skeleton inside of the bomb, so it's going to die. How about you take a taste of your own medicine, giant skeleton? How about you now know how it feels? Man, this is really scuffed, because if I go in for a double goblin drill, I have to go on the other side. Reason is, I don't want to give him Mother Witch value on the same side that he has all the damage, so maybe this will work out. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, the goblins are putting in mad work. He's earthquaking. We're really shaking things up, apparently. He dropped this entire elixir bar and just freaked out. That's dope. Okay, so we can go in for this and then skeletons afterward because he doesn't have Mother Witch in cycle either. Maybe he's going to pull skeletons instead. Yeah, he pulled skeletons instead. That's great. I'm still going to lose this, though, right? There's no way. Unless I get very, very lucky with the giant skeleton locking onto the tower on the other side. And it's going to work. The giant skeleton did lock onto the tower here. Can it do enough damage? He's not able to yoink it. He's trying to yoink it, but he can't. All right, we're going to go and pull that so then it doesn't pull it further from the tower. Oh, let's go. We're going to take the tower. The comeback is real. Maybe we can seal the deal. Don't tell me you pushed that off. What was that Royal Giant? What are those, man? Oh my gosh. We're kind of coming back in this game. This would be the most legendary comeback of my life. Let's freaking go. And I said that last time, but it seems like all the games today have been suspiciously good. I'm going to go in for another giant skeleton here so the executioner doesn't die. Oh, it does die, though. That's going to make me want to cry. Can we do a tornado so then the giant skeleton gets closer? No, he yoinked it. That was so smart. That was so smart, sir. All right, we're an executioner here. We've got double drill in our hands. Going to go in for more spam. I'm going to go for skeletons here. Got to go in for a drill, and then I got to go for a giant skeleton so we can stop it. He's going to try to go like Mother Witch or something, but it's not the end of the world if that happens. Maybe we can tornado that back. Electric Spirit as well. Skeletons here. No! I'm not going to be able to stop this. No! The skeletons and the Mother Witch. Guys, I done goofed. Sometimes you don't play your best. Sometimes you just flop and fail. That is 100% the most difficult matchup for us. We almost mounted a comeback, but it wasn't good enough. I think if I had just saved the giant skeleton for the right-hand side, maybe I could have found a way through and been able to counter push there. But you know what? I don't always play perfect, and we'll play better in the next one. Without the protection of the giant skeleton, the Mother Witch just had free reign and way too many piggies. We got another one, so we're going to be dropping a giant skeleton in the back on the exact same side that this guy's releasing the beast. So giant skeleton is one of the best cards in the game. I don't care what anyone says. I'd say it's like top 5 cards in the game for me. Just because of its high health, its reluctancy to die, and then also the fact that, like, if you play it correctly, I'm pretty sure it just gives you value in every single matchup just because if your opponent's got a beatdown push, they're going to struggle to break through you. If they've got a control deck, it can explode on buildings, so then your other cards can break through them. So, yeah, no matter what, it's just as annoying to play against. Talking about his deck really quick, he had a minion horde and a bandit at the river, so that's definitely not a good strategy to do. You know, casually spending your entire elixir bank before figuring out what your opponent's deck is. It's probably going to cause you some grief, and that might even cause him the entire game. That's a good thing about our deck. You play against people that just spam like a savage, they're going to get punished, because that's what Clash Royale should have happen every time. It doesn't necessarily always work like that, because a lot of times your deck will just not be good enough to be able to defend someone's like skillless bridge spam, and you won't have the right card order. But since I have Executioner, and I've got Tornado, and Electric Spirit, whatever air cards they throw out, like Minion Horde, it's not going to be an issue. Also on top of that, if you decide to go and bridge spam me with other cards that, you know, are usually issues, I should be okay too. I think I can Tornado that back, so then my Giant Skeleton goes back, so then he can't attack. We'll see if that giant skeleton will walk back a little bit. Good. So his giant skeleton is going to explode further away from our tower. It's interesting to see like Goblin Barrel with this version too, because usually it's like Hog Rider with Minion Horde. I don't see it too often with this. Dude, what are you doing? He just has some fetish of going into executioners with Minion Hordes. I don't know what it is, but he's loving it, man. He's getting axed to pieces. Maybe want to go in for like a Elixir collector in the back right, and then just go for Skeleton's Elixir. Like one Elixir card investments. Oh, yeah, this is quite good. I can go for Skellies here. Shut down the bandit. Even if you go in for a log, it's not going to dash onto my tower. It's just going to walk, so that's quite cool. Oh, it's walking towards the collector. That's hilarious. Pretty easy King Tower activation, but at the same time, like, I am spending more elixir than I would want. See, the giant skeleton will blow up the building, so if I had Hog Rider right now, I could rush through and I would just make his life miserable. So unfortunately, we don't have that version. He doesn't have log and cycle since he dropped it earlier with the bandit, trying to pre-log my skeleton so the bandit could break through. The Inferno Tower is back in cycle for him, so maybe we can use an Electro Spirit in conjunction with our spam to break through. Ooh, you know what I can do? What if I do this? The Electro Spirit chains on and it resets, and then the giant skeleton doesn't die, and then the Goblin Drill is able to just distract a little bit, and then we go for another Goblin Drill here in Tornado on the Princess and the Skeleton Army that's going to come down. We knew he's going to Skeleton Army. Just want to make sure everything's in alignment so the Executioner can lock on the tower. Come on, be the magic archer you always wanted to be in life. Okay, he's going to go in for a Goblin Barrel, so we need to shut that down. The Executioner is going to be a problem. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm going to win. I have no clue. We have like 16 HP on our tower. The log's rolling through. Come on, Goblins. One more hit. Oh my God. That is the luckiest win of my life. I've never had a win so stupid. I feel like I didn't deserve that one. I looked at my tower and saw 500 HP and a bandit dashing on me. I'm like, yeah, probably screwed. But somehow, some way, this giant skeleton goblin drill deck was able to save the day. Let's go. So we got a game against Carl. What's up, dude? There's a lot of C's in your name, man. Clash, Carl, CR. What are you going to do? Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Rocket Hog Rider whenever I see goblins. So I just immediately expect that because what else uses goblins in Clash Royale besides goblin barrels and then goblin drills? No one uses Goblin Gang because everyone's petrified of seeing a Golden Knight. And speaking of the Knight, this guy's got the scuffed version of the Knight. He's going to have the regular one. The Sir that used to be so strong and then Clash Royale gave him a 3% health nerf and then everyone stopped playing him. I'd love to see Knight get a buff again. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Would you buff Knight or do you think he's fine as is? So I want to go in for a Tornado here and activate King Tower after that gets its initial hit. And then just pull it directly and take no damage. Afterwards, at least the only damage is going to be there. He's got, I don't think he's got Balloon plus Rocket. I don't think anyone's ever going to do that. So maybe if you miner, I can shut it down with Skeletons and Electro Spirit. So I think it's safer to just drop it in the middle because you can decipher where the miner is going to go. But if you drop it here, you don't know the pathway of where the miner is going to go. So you can't like counter it. Oh, let's go. He's going to arrow us. So that's a bad trade for him on the Elixir Collector. He's probably going to spam on the other side. Ooh, that's really interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. So I'm an Electro Spirit, so we just take the Ice Spirit, so he's wasting Elixir with that one Elixir. And then we can shut it down with the King Tower activation, Executioner, and Tower. Oh, that's so annoying. And very well played at the same time. At least the Giant Skeleton's able to clobber that. I don't think he's going to keep that alive much longer. Maybe the Executioner is able to finish off the Inferno Tower. Not quite. Man, this has been a bad situation for me, hasn't it? I'm going to go for another Goblin Drill just to play a bit more aggressive and get him in a bad card cycle. Since he doesn't have goblins and he doesn't have knight, I think that this is going to be pretty okay for me as long as, you know, we get some goblins on the tower. No, they're going to go straight into archers and an ice spirit. So he's saying, wow, he's like very happy with himself being able to defend that fully. One thing's for sure is I can't go in for a Elixir Collector right now because I would just lose if you went in for a balloon. So I'd rather play a bit more defensive and find the best spot possible before we do that. So Executioner plus Electro Spirit and King Tower, that should not be a hit on my tower. If it does, I'm shook. Really? Wow. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I mean, I activated King Tower too. That's pretty wild. Anyway, I'm gonna Tornado everything together so the Executioner can lock on. That's at least gonna give us something. He's got freeze. Oh no. So he could have frozen earlier and gotten a lot more damage. Come on, let me get this comeback. We had some amazing comebacks earlier. Don't disappoint me now. All right, I'm gonna Goblin Drill here. Great play on our opponent's end, going in for the arrows. He almost got me in a spot where the Goblin Drill didn't give me value. Wait, we forced out goblins because he thought the Goblin Drill was going to go on his tower, so he freaked out. That's awesome. But he might go in for an Inferno Tower here. He can still make something happen, guys. Skeletons are tanking. Executioner needs to lock onto the Knight, though, and it's not locking onto the Knight. It's just hitting the Inferno Tower. One-track mind, apparently. At least the Inferno Tower is out of cycle, so I can go Giant Skeleton here. Arrows aren't able to kill. Even if you go for archers and arrows, that's an overcommitment. Oh, baby, he has to go for an Inferno Tower. I don't know if he's able to stop this right now, guys. Hypothetically, we can just go in for a Tornado, kill that way faster, get the Giant Skeleton closer to his tower. The Goblins are being a real menace at this moment. And that's hilarious. Like, we're just spamming more stuff at the river, and eventually we'll be successful, right? We've got Tornado with Electro Spirit, too, and then maybe we can get everything closer to the tower so the Executioner locks on. Dude, these comebacks are insane. I mean, I don't want to call it a comeback yet, but it's looking like one. We're going to Executioner again, and we can just mirror Goblin Drill. It's so hard for him to defend this. Oh, okay. I need to go in for an Executioner because he's probably going to freeze this. That's not going to be able to come down in time. You don't get the death damage. We go in for a Goblin Drill again. Okay, so since you don't have anything else to kill the second one, the mirrored up one, maybe the Executioner can lock onto the tower. Not only is it hitting the tower, it's hitting the Knight too. And that's Knights out, baby. Wow. Every single game has been absolutely insane today. And I have thoroughly enjoyed this deck to a different level. It just feels to me that Executioner is a better version of Magic Archer and Bowler. All right, so can we just have one easy game today? That's all I'm asking for. Everything has been wild. Maybe this one will be more controlled. I mean, we've got the control deck after all with Giant Skeleton, Tornado, and Executioner. So I feel like that should fit the theme of the deck. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Drill at the start. It seems okay. Like, what's the worst that could happen? The dude who goes in for a Valkyrie or something. He's going to go for an Electro Wizard, and he's going to go in for a Bandit. So should be able to shut this down with just a simple Skeletons plus maybe even going for a Giant Skeleton here too. Oh, I was hoping the Bandit would dash onto the Skeletons and then get countered, and then we could go in for the Giant Skeleton and then pulverize the Electro Wizard. But it looks like the Electro Spirit reset everything, so I wasn't able to make that happen. Oh, I could mirror Tornado on the Mega Knight after it hits my tower, right? I wonder if this is worth it. It feels pretty good. All right, let's go, baby. Do I even need to? I don't even need to mirror Tornado. I just do a regular one. It's kind of weird doing that, but at the same time, it's probably worth it because I get an Elixir Collector, which we get a positive Elixir trade when he goes in for the poison. You know what? It's fine. I'll roll with it. Whenever we see poison, Electro Wizard, he's probably going to have the Ram Rider version. I don't think he's going to end up having... Yeah, so he's got Ram Rider instead of having the version that's more scary with Goblin Drill. I hate playing against other Goblin Drill decks when we're running this because I don't have the best answers. I feel like Electro Spirit, Giant Skeleton, kind of able to clog up those Ram Rider pathways and make it a lot harder for him to defend. Also, can you even afford a Mega Knight right now? Like, what are you going to do? I'm interested to find out what this guy has in store for us. All of his stuff should die. I'm pretty sure Fisherman loses to the Giant Skeleton there. And then when he goes Inferno Dragon, oh my gosh, it's just going to walk up into it, right? I don't even need a Tornado. It's so satisfying to know when you don't have the Tornado and you're just like, yes, I can just keep my Elixir for a rainy day. Hopefully no rainy days to come, but in case he decides to get an Elixir advantage on us and plays better than me, it's better to have more Elixir, obviously, so don't want to waste that for tower damage with the Tornado. Okay, so he poisons. Pretty free. Another Elixir Collector in the back. Make him spam into me. Oh, let's go. Doing the Elixir Collector in the back when it's leveled up, it only gives you a +1 Elixir advantage, so it's not that great from a standpoint of gaining Elixir advantage, but it can be really beneficial when you're just trying to play on your side of the map and play a very defensive deck in a defensive game, and that's what we're doing here for the most part. So I think we're fine. I can go in for double drills because he dropped Mega Knight. I don't think he's able to stop this. He's going to go in for an Electro Wizard, and our Electro Spirit's going to chain onto the E-Wiz. And then I can go for Executioner at the river. This is so weird, but I have to do it. I'm up so much Elixir. I can't not do that. I can't not do it. Sometimes you just got to believe in the heart of the cards, and that's what we're doing here. We're just rolling with it. Okay, so the Ram Rider should get shut down by a Goblin Drill that I'm able to spam here. Feels good, man. I can Electro Spirit afterward, and then go in for a... Do I need to go in for a mirrored Electro Spirit? I think I do. Oh, I didn't. Well, I just wasted my mirror and a lot of Elixir. There's nothing to see here, guys. That's completely calculated. Just like my play that lost me against the Royal Giant player. Also, talking about RG earlier, like, I think when you don't have a building against Royal Giant, you're kind of screwed. But if you don't have a building against Ram Rider or Hog Rider, you can kind of just use your Tornadoes and be okay and not have too many issues. So that's one thing that I've witnessed here. What is he doing? He just took a million. Because this guy just took 1,000,000 damage. He must be freaking out at this moment. So I'm going to Goblin Drill here, and since we have the huge Elixir advantage and also the Executioner hitting the tower, we're going to win the game. There's nothing he can do. I can just mirror Tornado his stuff away and say, sayonara. Even if the Mega Knight jumps, it's not going to jump in time, my dude. It's hilarious to see the Goblins that are level 16 kill Electro Wizards. It's just like... not something that should happen in Clash Royale. Level 16 cards are the pay-to-win experience that allow you to break the level cap, and honestly, it needs a nerf. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.